Hi, guys. When you're taking notes on a traditional tale, it helps to use a graphic organizer, but the story elements are going to vary slightly based on the type of traditional tale that you're reading. So you can use a graphic organizer to take notes, but the organizer is also going to vary based on the text that you read. So, for example, if you have read a tall tale, you would use a specific organizer for that, or possibly a fairy tale, or a fable, or a folk tale. So before you choose the organizer that you're going to use, you have to read your text and decide which category it falls into. So I'm going to read this text to you. Follow along with me. It's called The Fox and the Crow by Aesop. A fox once saw a crow fly off with a piece of cheese in its beak and settle on a branch of a tree. That's for me, as I am a fox, said Master Fox, and he walked up to the foot of the tree. Good day, Mistress Crow, he cried. How well you are looking today. How glossy your feathers. How bright your eye. I feel sure your voice must surpass that of other birds, just as your figure does. Let me hear but one song from you, that I may greet you as the queen of birds. The crow lifted up her head and began to caw her best, but the moment she opened her mouth, the piece of cheese fell to the ground, only to be snapped up by Master Fox. That will do, he said. That was all I wanted. In exchange for your cheese, I will give you a piece of advice for the future. Do not trust flatterers. So let's take a look here. We have main characters that are animals, and animals can talk. And this story teaches a lesson. The lesson is do not trust flatterers. So based on what I know of traditional tales and the elements in this story, I know that this is a fable. And now that I know that it's a fable, I can go ahead and use my fable graphic organizer to take notes on the story. So we'll start with the title. The title is The Fox and the Crow. And the animal characters are a fox and a crow. This is a fiction story, naturally, because the fox is talking. The setting is, it mentions that the crow is on the branch of a tree. So I'm going to say that the setting is a forest, but specifically a tree. Personification. Remember that personification is when non-human characters or non-human objects are given human characteristics. So in this story, the fox can talk and the crow can understand him. So that's my example of personification. The problem or the trick. The problem is that the fox tricks the crow into dropping her food from her mouth so that he can steal it by telling her that he likes her singing voice. And what is the moral or the lesson? The fox tells the crow, do not trust flatterers. So I just expanded on that to say that someone who is flattering you or trying to give you compliments might be trying to trick you. So don't always trust them right away. And then the last part of this organizer, it's to draw the main events. I'm going to write them in for you because it's kind of hard to draw on my computer. So the beginning of the story, the fox sees the crow eating a piece of cheese and decides that he should have it because he's a fox. In the middle of the story, the fox tells the crow that she's beautiful and admits that he would love to hear her sing because she must be the queen of birds. So he's like really flattering her. And in the end, what happens is that the crow opens her mouth to sing, but the cheese falls out and the fox steals it. And then he leaves and he's telling her on his way that she should not trust flatterers. So I hope that helps you on how to take notes. In the next video, I'm actually going to show you how you can write your own traditional tale.